These JLab Epic Lux headphones are really impressive. Now, there's a couple things I want to talk about that I really like about this. These are my Sony 1000 XM4. I can't remember the name. I've been using these for a long time because they're so good. These are very comparable and, in fact, I think better in some ways. I'll get to that later in this video. I do want to mention these were sent to me by JLab so I could make this video. Before I contrast a bit more with my Sony headphones, I kind of want to walk you through the initial setup and features of these headphones. This is how the headphones arrive. Nice hard shell case. So it has USB-C to USB-C mainly for charging. You can also plug this into your computer and listen directly that way. Or if you'd rather use a 3.5 millimeter cable, you can use that. So you plug this into the headphones, then you can plug this into wherever you have 3.5 millimeter. So the band just kind of slides out. It is a metal rod, nice and flexible. You can see it gets very wide. Got this fabric material over the padding. Padding is mostly up here. Over here and here it's more solid. This is kind of like your memory foam going around your ears, very nice and soft. Got your earpieces marked clearly. You can see where the microphones are. Here's your USB-C port and your on-off button. Here is the QR code for the app, and here's kind of a guide for the touch functionality. You can charge it wirelessly or wired, and if you want to charge it wirelessly, you just plug in the dock here and then you put your headphones on top of the dock. The red LED indicates that it is charging, and yes, this does work for other devices as well. I can charge my phone or I can charge my headphones. It is basically a wireless dock. It's just a bit heavier. There does seem to be a magnet inside kind of holding the headphones into place. As soon as you put the headphones on, it automatically turns it off. So it works as a nice charging / docking station. Let me kind of walk you through the navigation for these headphones. First thing to know is if you take them off, pauses the music, put them on, plays the music again. This button underneath is the play pause button. So you just press that once, play pause, swipe for next track, swipe for previous track, volume up, volume down. This is the noise cancellation button. So you can actually press that. It's a physical button, or you can put it in be aware mode, or you could turn everything off. The audio you are hearing right now is coming from these JLab headphones. So just directly via Bluetooth. Just want to give you an idea of what the sound quality is like. So if you're on a phone call or a Zoom meeting or something like that, this is what it's going to sound like on the other end. All right, so these JLab are very similar to my Sony in many ways. These have fantastic noise cancellation and really great sound. But here are a few key points that I want to point out. For one, I'm just going to say I'm kind of old school when it comes to headphones. I like having the 3.5 millimeter jack. So I'm kind of bummed that this doesn't have it. But the other thing is I like physical buttons for navigation. I don't like doing the swipe or up or down or whatever, which this does have. But the nice thing about these JLab is all the functionality is really customizable, and there is a physical button, and you can do just about whatever you want with that physical button and with all the features using the app. So I do actually really like the app. I like how you can set this up to be more customizable. I still wish there were a few more buttons, but I guess the swiping is the trendy thing now. So compared to my Sony, what are my thoughts? As far as sound quality goes, I think they're about the same. I don't have a PhD in how things sound, but to me, they both sound really good. Now, as far as noise cancellation goes, I actually came up with a test where I had a sample of different sounds. I played all of the sounds, and then I went through with both headphones so I could meticulously compare and see which I thought was better. And honestly, I was kind of surprised. I feel like the JLab did a slightly better job. I wasn't expecting that. I thought for sure the Sony would be better. I've used the Sony for a long time. I use it primarily for the noise cancellation. JLab did a fantastic job. The other thing I tested was transparency mode. Now, to be transparent, I don't like transparency mode at all on any headphones. It's kind of a weird thing for me. I think if you're going to talk to someone, just take one of the earpieces off so the person knows that you can hear them. But again, I tested these out side by side. I thought the JLab did a slightly better job than the Sony. I don't know if I'm biased or whatever. It did seem like with the JLab, it was more kind of a natural natural sound, but it also seemed to amplify my own voice a little bit more than the Sony, but I did like the more natural sound on the transparency mode. So it's been about a month now that I've had these. I've been trying to switch back and forth between a bunch of different headphones if I can give this a fair shake. And honestly, these are some of the best headphones I've tried. Very impressed with them. If you are looking for some premium headphones with fantastic noise cancellation, these are about as good as you can get. Really impressed with